and good Thursday evening to you. It is 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here, and this is the video we call Weather for Weather Geeks. It's the most in-depth weather forecast video you're going to find anywhere for Northeast Ohio and Western PA. We're going to take a long look at the next few days, including lots to talk about over the weekend. Wind and warmth and maybe records, and when will it rain and when won't it rain. We'll also talk about the longer range, which is anything but spring-like, unfortunately. But first, let's take a look back at the last 36 hours. Of course, it's been a big change since yesterday. We got into the upper 40s yesterday afternoon, but today we struggled to get up to freezing at the last minute this afternoon. We spent most of the day with temperatures in the 20s at the Youngstown Warren Airport, and a gusty breeze made it feel even cooler than that throughout the day. We had wind chill values mostly in the teens today. Just kind of a reminder that it's still early March, and any hope that we have of sustained warmth at this time of the year, that hope is usually dashed, with some exceptions. 10 years ago, back in March of 2012, we had a long stretch of unusually warm weather in March. Everything bloomed really early, but that's the exception, not the rule around here. All right, time-lapse video. This is 10 hours of time-lapse from Niles today. Had a mix of sun and clouds for this morning, even a couple of renegade flurries at the start of the day, but we saw an increase in sunshine as we got deeper into the afternoon, and the sky continues to clear as we go into the evening. And with a mostly clear sky tonight, with high pressure almost right overhead, it's going to be a pretty cold night across the Mahoning and Shenango valleys. Some good news for our friends and neighbors all the way over towards the West Coast. It has been bone dry in California and a lot of the West Coast since the beginning of the year. They had a really wet, unsettled December, but then the spigot just turned off, and it's hardly rained at all in places like San Francisco, Los Angeles, even up towards parts of the Pacific Northwest. It's been a drier than usual stretch over the last several weeks, so they're finally getting some rain in the Bay Area and even down towards Los Angeles. So good news for them, because the drought situation could be pretty bad there later this spring and this summer if things don't kind of turn around. So it's going to be a quiet night here tonight, with temperatures tumbling back into the teens overnight, and we are expecting some clear skies as Friday gets underway. We're expecting an increase in high clouds as we go into the afternoon, but this is still going to be a pretty decent Friday across the valley, with temperatures much more typical of the season. We'll get into the lower 40s tomorrow afternoon. Then here comes the warm front, and this is a Mondo warm front. Now, Saturday morning won't be very nice looking outside. I think we're pretty cloudy, probably dry. Our model here tries to spit out a couple of showers. I've got a dry forecast ongoing right now for Saturday morning, but it's going to be a cloudy start to the day, but the sun should break out from west to east in the afternoon, and temperatures will respond. We'll go from like 50 to 60 in just a couple of hours in the afternoon on Saturday, and then temperatures Saturday night may not drop out of the 50s. It's going to be a very May or even early June-like Saturday night across the area. Now, what about wet weather this weekend? I think we're dry for most of the daylight hours Saturday. Late Saturday night into Sunday morning, showers become likely, but the question is, hey, it's going to be like 70 Sunday. Is it going to rain all day, or are we going to be able to enjoy that warmth? And I think the answer is yes, we'll be able to enjoy some of it, although it's going to come with wind. I don't think it comes with much wet weather once we get done with these early morning showers. Dry slot out here is probably going to work in for a lot of the midday and afternoon. As the sun breaks out, the wind will kick up, and we've started today talking more and more about the wind on Sunday. Gusty in the morning, but most of this will be in the afternoon when the sun breaks out. Very well mixed atmosphere will pull down some of the strong wind energy from above our heads a few thousand feet. And yeah, I think a 50-mile-per-hour gust will be a possibility on a few occasions on Sunday. But aside from the wind on Sunday, the story this weekend, of course, is the temperature. 61 on Saturday, and I've nudged our high above the record now on Sunday. The record is 69 degrees on Sunday. We're going for 70 now, and it's been a long time since we've hit 70. In fact, since October 20th, at the very end of a very warm, stormy stretch in October. We hit 70 for the last time in 2021. On the 20th, it's been 134 days through today's date since we've hit 70. Now, after Sunday, temperatures will retreat quickly early next week, back to highs in the 40s for a lot of the work week. And even though this says March 8th through the 14th up there, I haven't corrected the dates on that. The 8 to 14 day outlook covers, now, of course, the very end of next week into the following weekend, which is when we have the time change. Daylight saving time returns as we go into next weekend, of course. The sunset at 7:20 will be nice and everything, but it's going to be pretty cold, it looks like, next weekend. We might have a day or two next weekend, especially next Sunday, where we have a hard time getting above freezing. That'll stand in stark contrast to this Sunday, this coming Sunday, in which we get up to about 70. right, that'll do it for me tonight on Weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks as always for watching. I'll have an update on the weekend forecast and everything else you need to know tonight at 11 and tomorrow on Weather for Weather Geeks.